Take podcast with Brucey, Chuff and Lush.
How are we, gentlemen?
Good, thank you. How are you?
My voice is a little hoarse. I'm a little under the weather
You
tonight.
are a little whore.
I'm not a horse whatsoever. Wrong word to use to describe me.
My little pony.
Actually, yeah, I could see Chop as, in another life as a horse.
What
Definitely.
fucking planet
Yeah.
do you see me as
The
a
mouth's
horse?
there.
You know, the Shetland pony on Parks and Recs. Sebastian.
What, Sebastian?
The question is, what kind of, like, you said Shetland pony, he wouldn't be a racehorse, you reckon?
No, he's quick. Definitely be a racehorse.
All right, racehorse.
Sebastian, they had the festival for it.
Sing this song. Bye, little
With the
Sebastian.
Definitely would go out to stud.
I would hard.
That's so hard. What was his? Oh, what would Chop's name be if he was a racehorse? With him as you know him. Oh.
We've answered this question before.
No, but you.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Not would you name a racehorse, but if you were a racehorse.
Mm.
Fuck.
That's how I got one, but it's too long. Like, incorrect and inappropriate.
So,
Yeah.
say it,
That's
Incorrect and inappropriate.
that's the story of your biography.
please.
Incorrect and inappropriate.
That's it.
Very
That's the
correct.
title.
At all times.
And very appropriate at all times.
And this picture would just be like him just like sitting, that
El
quiet
Jefe.
contemplation.
It's no contemplation. Just said.
Constipation, mate.
How was how was everyone's weekends, lads?
Weekend was good. The Euro started.
You know what? It was a
Suns
great
are in the
weekend.
conference
Carlton
finals.
didn't lose.
Carlton didn't play. They signed Harry Mackay.
2 more
The Hawks
years.
won.
Hawks
But-
won. Italy won.
The only thing
Suns
that
won.
went wrong. The only thing that went wrong is that the Eagles came back in the last quarter
Didn't
against
we
the Tigers.
just turn it the
Do you know I was
fuck
watching
on in
that game and I
last
wanted
quarter?
to change it to watch something because I wanted to squeeze in an episode of Dexter before the Euro
So
started.
you started watching Dexter again?
Yeah. And I was watching it and I was like, no,
can't.
just
You can't.
something might happen. And lucky I did because that was quite the finish.
It was a great game. Great game of footy.
Didn't think that was going to
Atmosphere
happen.
was there. When the Tigers went 22 points up, I just said, "No, it's over." I said, "It's done."
Doesn't that show a little bit of heart, a little bit of
I
ticker?
don't think anyone's questioned the resilience and the heart of the Eagles.
Especially at Optus.
Right?
Catters has.
I think
Anything
if Catters had his way, he would sack half
Everyone.
the team every week. But
I feel your dog.
I think that, I just want to urge caution to the Eagles fans, Chop. It's a great win.
I don't think anyone's getting ahead of themselves. Everyone knows the shit that we're in.
I was at work today. They were booking their flights to the grand final.
They're fucking idiots, then.
There are a lot of idiot Eagles fans. Shout out to Slotbox.
Let's park the bus on idiot Eagles fans.
There are lots of them.
Speaking of parking the bus,
Yes.
Chop, the PCR was on Saturday.
Yes!
Yes!
That's the best segue so far.
Nailed that.
So good. So good, Brucey.
We're going to have a
PCR
segue Hall of Fame at the moment.
PCR was a great night. Segue.
I actually think when we do segues, we have to actually do
Yeah.
them as badly as possible.
Well, I think that's what we have been doing. So that's without trying. So.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. No, look, PCR was huge. It was a massive night. As you probably can hear, my voice is completely shot. I'm under the weather. Just shows that
You don't have it anymore. don't you?
33 years of age. You've found a bit of a pre-season behind you. That's a couple of big nights in a row. Gee, it's very hard to go to bed at 5 a.m. and wake up at 9 and feel
Oh.
normal.
Just makes me.
Yeah.
It actually makes me sick thinking doing that.
Dude.
I was sore after we did Italy the other morning.
Yeah.
We woke up at 2, went to
You know-
Catter's house, watched Italy, went back to sleep at like 5:36, and then we got up at 8, and I was like, I'm so tired, but I can't sleep.
Yeah.
And all
Look-
day I just felt like a moron.
Then it caught up with me last night. Woke up, hot and cold chills,
Beautiful.
the sore throat,
Patient
Betadine
zero,
throat
ladies
gargle.
and
If you haven't
gentlemen.
discovered Betadine throat gargle, you haven't been living.
Well,
That
contact
thing's-
tracing or when this spreads, guys. Remember this.
But no, PCR
Bleedable.
was
Patient.
it was a massive night. Went off amazingly. The main event, Juddy and Courtney, was huge. And
Was that the main event in the end?
That was, and
heard
it was
there was
fight
a-
of the night. It was
I
a
heard
bit of
there
a.
was another main event on the evening.
Oh yeah, afterwards, yeah. Look, we'll talk a bit about the fight and the entertainment of the night first before we get onto the person that decided to
Oh, yeah, the
launch
main
himself off a 5 meter high balcony, because that was an interesting way to finish off the night. But look, great night. The boxers really turned it on. The show was spectacular. The evening was great. The guys leaving it all out in the ring. We also had Horse, Will Horton, who listens to the show, used to go to school with us, same year. G'day, buddy. Give us a I call it a call out, Brucey.
He challenged.
He challenged Damon to meet him at heavyweight next year. Well,
So
Listen,
he's
mate.
challenged Damon to meet him at heavyweight 115 kilos. So Damon has to drop
anything
probably
over
20 to
90
30.
horse, in case you're listening.
I've actually, I've got no idea how much I'd have to. I definitely
is
think I'd have
amazing.
to
You
lose.
don't weigh one.
I would love to get one of you guys in there. I reckon you guys would fucking love it as well.
Yeah, I
you
love
would-
getting
you-
hit in the head.
Nah,
It's
see.
awesome.
No, but you're competitive. You love the
You know
challenge.
how, like, if you don't do things when you're younger, later on in life, you might still crave, like, you'd never completed that. I've been hit in the head enough times. I have closed the chapter on that book. I'm
There's
sorted.
only one thing I'm coming out for sporting retirement is that if a five-a-side soccer team gets back on. That's the only
Really?
thing I'd come
What,
out.
Loftus or Rec again?
Preferably not the hardwood.
No, be the
I
outdoor.
would, no way.
No way I'd do wood.
No, I that's the only thing I would come out for. That 30 minutes each week, I'd get myself up for that, do enough training to be physically fit for that, and that's it.
Couldn't do AFL 9s.
No.
Nah.
I went for a kick the other day on Saturday afternoon with Mason, with my brother and my cousin and Winston for that. Fuck, I got a taste for it again. Had a good
the
stretch
Fruit's
beforehand.
going well. Hammersley are going well
Wait,
this
what were you
year.
doing? You was kicking the footy,
Yep. But like,
and you thought that you'd be physically ready to play AFL 9s.
no, not
on the back of
nines. Like,
Or AF, like legitimately.
not this year, but it's just a
Do,
taste. I said a
do we
taste,
go
man.
back down next year for one last
Yes.
hurrah?
I got
this
I-
year just
I got
hasn't
my
been
MRI
great.
last week. I'm still waiting for my fucking results, Trinker. It was the week before. But when I find that out, sort my knee out and get ready for next year, I want
Yeah.
one more crack at it.
I want one more. I think I'll miss the competitive drive as much as I enjoy coaching at PCR. Obviously can't play footy this year because just quietly there's something happening again in October. But we won't say it just yet. But don't have time for footy this year.
I don't know what it is.
We'll find out soon.
All right.
Okay.
But it equates that I don't have time to play footy, which sucks. But the Hammersley boys are doing really, really
Studio
well.
22 business is doubling.
We have doubled.
Surely next year's going
Triple.
to be a big year.
It's going to be a fucking huge year.
It's 2022 for Studio 22.
Naturally.
Please tell me you're going to do some marketing play on that.
We will. We probably will. Probably
Make 22 your year. Studio
will. 22.
You should be in marketing.
No, but an eventful evening
so it was a good
altogether.
How
And then
was the main event? How was Juddy versus...
Juddy and Courtney was
Pavlich
huge.
or whatever?
Courtney came out like a bat out of hell in that first round. Really took it to Juddy.
Juddy's the Freo Docker captain, isn't it?
Juddy's the Frio Docker, Chiara Antonio. Listens to the show. Gave us a big rap last week, so thank you, Juddy. We absolutely love you here.
She was the blue team.
She was the blue team. We might get her on the show.
Brunette?
Yeah, brunette.
And one's blonde.
And no, that one's Courtney is brunette as well.
Oh, I don't know which one's... I was trying to see on the photos, trying to work out which one was which.
Maybe
on
just before the AFLW season, we get her on. We get her on the show. Promote
Yeah,
the AFLW
100%.
season. We love it here.
We're asking for you,
I've
Juddy.
always wanted Juddy to...
Bring your Carlton jumper.
Yeah, ask her to
We'll
sign
get it
it.
signed by the real
just
Juddy.
walking, but...
Yeah, boys.
Nah.
I was commentating the last fight and jumping in between the corners.
Sounds like you did it without a microphone. I
I
just yelled it.
look, I've yelled a lot in my life. I didn't stop yelling for that whole fight.
You know they can't hear you. They're
No, they could hear me. Don't worry.
They're
A
punching.
lot of them said they could hear exactly what I was saying.
If you're in a boxing ring and you like concentrating back, you can't fucking hear anything.
I'm sitting 1.5 meters from him. Sometimes I don't know what he's fucking saying.
yeah.
If I'm in a boxing ring with headgear on getting hit, no.
No, but look, they both did amazing, and Courtney really took it up to Juddy, really put a blotter under pressure. But then I think in the second round, Juddy landed some really big shots and sort of just put Courtney on the back foot. And then Juddy got her in the third with another big shot, and the ref just stepped in. So Courtney got nothing to be ashamed of. She performed brilliantly.
Nobody does that gets in there.
Absolutely
Even if you
not.
get knocked down the first round,
Yep.
better than any of us have done. Sorry,
Absolutely
big
not. But no, the incident.
He's done it. He's done it.
I've done it twice. Yeah, but look,
Twice.
twice.
It's
a big
I had
challenge.
Another question:
Yes,
has anyone ever been knocked out in PCR?
flat line.
Not flatline, but like
Yeah,
10 counted.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a couple of stoppages this year as well.
stoppages or like 10 counts.
Oh, like on the ground, 10 count? No one's ever been flatline like
I
10
don't think
count.
I've ever seen one like that.
It's pretty hard with amateurs with headgear and 16-ounce gloves. It's fucking hard. Like, probably Troy and Blake came the closest last year, that fight, to someone getting flatlined.
Until Horse next year when I KO him.
No, but yeah, the end of the night was marred by a little bit of an incident. A silly individual.
You witnessed it, Chop?
Didn't witness him actually doing it, but I was one of the first people on the scene.
Chop loves an emergency situation.
Look, I love helping people.
I know.
It's the first thing I read.
Complimentary. First responder.
Look, wasn't the best thing you want to ever see, really, which is someone had jumped off a 5-metre high balcony and decided to...
So when you walk in the convention centre and you go left to go up the escalators.
You go up the first set of escalators.
Yep.
And then you go up the second escalators to get to that ballroom.
Yeah.
He jumped off the balcony, which is about a 5-metre
from
drop.
the ballroom level to the middle level of step.
Yep. Yep.
So cleared a whole set of escalators pretty much.
A whole set of escalators. 5 metres, I reckon it is.
And what did he use to land? His head?
His side. He landed on his side. So,
I reckon I could land that.
crazy. Silly
You could land it.
No, I reckon I've thought it's all obviously in landing, but I reckon I could take the hit.
Crunch and roll.
Nah, not from that high. Your weight as well.
Yeah, but
Like, drive you straight to the ground. Look,
Yeah.
being
You
there...
know, you know how you
I'd splat.
you know how you do like a 1.5 metre jump or a 2 metre jump, right? And you land with that force on your legs.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to land on my legs. No way. Oh, no way. Don't be serious. Oh, no, I'm talking about landing on my side. Like hip and shoulder in the ground almost.
Break your collarbone. You do.
Yeah, but I reckon I could take it.
Yeah, look,
Let's try.
Wait, how's 2 metres? How tall is 2 metres?
probably top to the roof. Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to... Yeah, it's
Mate,
fuck that.
it was fucking massive, and seeing that, and
Why'd he do it?
look, from for starters, we'll just say
Crystal meth?
he's very no drugs ever in his system, which was amazing to us. He was only pissed, and just for everyone at home, he's going to make a full recovery. He's in hospital. He's out of intensive care. So, look, round of applause for him. But you're a
Now
silly
that
bastard.
it's going to be okay. Taste, though.
Yeah, silly man. Like that's just
What was
complete.
he drinking?
Look, red wine. He
Obviously
reckons.
not Red Bull.
But
Bundy rums.
thank God.
Yeah.
No, he said red wine. He sent a message today. Luke, let me know. But
Red
thank
wine?
God, red wine.
Red wine makes you sleepy
Yeah,
and dopey.
fuck it hell.
What can I say? It was not
Had no drugs in his system.
nothing. Toxicology report came back negative for drugs.
Sounds like he needs to be medicated, mate.
Look, thank God he's all right. Very, very stupid. Put a bit of a dampener on the night for a little bit for quite a few of us because I literally thought the guy was dead. I was holding up a blanket for about half an hour so no one could see what was going on. They had a couple of doctors that were at the evening working on him, a couple of nurses as well. And thank God he's going to make a full recovery. I don't know how. I really don't. Because it was such a massive fall.
His parents would just be like happy and relieved and
If I was
angry.
his dad, I'd wait till he recovered, then belt the shit out of him.
But then you hear some people trip over, fall, hit the head.
A metre high. It's happened on construction sites.
Not even a meter. People trip over the ground and you just hit your head and chow. It's just luck of the draw.
And
eh?
you know what? He 1000% hit his head because his face was caved in. You know?
Got a fractured
But
skull. Chance.
look, could have put a real damper on the evening, but it didn't. At the end of the day, he's going to make a full recovery, thank God. But just shows you can never be too careful with alcohol, and unfortunately,
What do you
some
reckon?
people shouldn't drink.
So just a face fracture was his injury.
It seems like he's got a facial fracture and a very bunk knee.
He probably didn't even do his ACL.
Prick.
Fucking bastard.
All I do is handball the fucking ball and did my ACL.
I take a step to the right.
Yeah.
It's done.
Chow.
Done. Ciao. Yeah, look,
Prick.
don't ask me, but got to make a full recovery. So happy days, and on to the next. Hopefully, no more idiots.
You ever seen anything dumb like that? Any gnarly
Yeah,
incidents?
that-
Anyone off a building or anything
Fantastic question we got in. Is for you guys. What's the worst injury you've
I've
witnessed?
seen a jump. I remember working at Club Bayview. Remember the guy, he climbed the roof because he couldn't get in. And then we were like, come on, mate. Just stupid. Everyone was watching him. And he decided to just jump off the roof.
like that? Why?
2 stories.
Oh,
And luckily, he was that pissed that he softened like in his body.
Yeah.
So like if you were
Relax.
sober, you'd stiffen up, which is
Yeah.
worse because then you'd hit on impact,
Compound fracture.
crush everything,
Yeah.
right? He ended up with like a fractured leg. That's it. Like
It's crazy.
it's
It's probably saved him that he was drunk
Yeah.
because his
Yeah,
body
'cause he
was
would've
probably limp.
yeah.
Echo. he just said that. Word for word.
What
It's
about
alright.
you, Losh? What's the worst you've witnessed? Should we say firsthand?
You know what? The worst injury I have. That wasn't the worst injury.
I was thinking
Worst
more like
injury
shit
I've
like that,
witnessed.
people falling.
Yeah, worst injury I've witnessed, I reckon, is the James Hird knee to the face at Subi Oval.
Oh, that was bad.
That was bad.
What? He got full facial reconstructing.
Yeah,
didn't he?
like
Everything's
knee.
fucked
Like
up.
he had to stay in Perth for weeks or
Can you
something.
imagine how much it would hurt?
Yeah.
Like even when you hit your head, it's like
Constant headache for a
oh
month.
man, and just you can't eat, you can't breathe, you can't. Ooh, that's yucky.
Yeah.
That'd be fucked, eh? What about you, Losh?
It wasn't really an injury, and I shouldn't laugh, but I remember one night my uncle needed a hand doing like his back pergola. They were renovating. We'd gone out the night before. And we'd had a big night. We hadn't slept yet anyway. And so me and Mason, we go there, and for some reason I just wore like a high vis vest, put a mullet wig on, and like rocked up, like just still,
What the fuck?
just yeah.
I just put a mullet wig on and a high vis vest.
We were still cooks. So it was like fuck it. My uncle was having a laugh about it. And we, still helping him, sweating it out a bit, sobering up. And then I'm standing there, and his father-in-law is on the pergola, and then he's crashing. I look, and he just falls straight through the pergola onto a pile of tools and rolls of cabling and stuff like that. Just piles of like tools and shit. And I just look over, and he's like bleeding from his ear. His thumb is like like across the road, just about like his thumb is just facing the wrong way. And I just snapped into it and like straight, and it was like. Phew, and like sobered me straight up, like without phone call the ambulance, like putting my side.
What did he end up doing?
Checking his breathing. The worst thing, he had a bit of a headache and concussion and stuff, and like a small cut, but then he just fucked up his thumb. Oh, but it just went straight
That's
through the
so
roof.
lucky.
So what was it like? The roof went straight through the
Like
roof.
the pergola
Yeah.
outside. Yeah, he went straight through. It's real thin. That's what.
So it was like that fiberglass thing
and
on
just
top.
his foot just went straight down. And I remember just going from like starting to come down / still being a little bit busted up, just to sobering up. And just like, straight into ambulance, rocked up, like took the wig off and like sobered myself up. Yeah, I saw that. Saw a guy have a fit once, epileptic fit in the kitchen.
The worst one that's ever happened to me, undoubtedly, I'd have to say, was when I was on an old swing set at Jardine. I would have been 6 or 7. There's a nail sticking, or like the end of a screw sticking out, and I'm on the seesaw one where you're going back and forth. Put my head down, it sort of moved to the right, lifted my head, and I've had the nail just go straight through my head. I had blood spurting out of my head like Exodus, like just went running inside, screaming, blood everywhere. Go to doctors, needed like 20 stitches or some shit like that. That was the worst that's happened to me.
Yep. So what do you need to fix that now?
He got rid of that swing set.
The worst thing I did was my finger when playing indoor soccer. And it went in the hook on the wall. It was like
Oh, I remember that.
at school in Mount Lawley High. And it
Remember you
went
telling
in.
this, yeah.
And I started running, and my finger stayed in the hook, and I didn't realise, and it just stayed in there and just
How
snapped.
about when you did Jimmy's finger at indoor soccer? When you booted his hand and he just goes, oh, good one, Dame, on his
Thanks a lot,
fucking
'Cause
finger.
he kept kicking the ball
Compound
at me.
fraction.
He kept kicking the ball at me. Yeah, I know.
Fraction.
I thought I was gonna let that go.
I said,
He's sick. I'm gonna let it go.
thank you. I
tonight.
said,
Yeah, you're right, buddy. You're right. Have another buttermenthol.
Smack it a bit more in the mic.
Yeah. Just in case you can't hear it.
need some honey tea.
No, Rico kept busting my nuts, throwing the ball at me. Rico, stop. You're going to get hurt. Rico, stop. You're going to get hurt. And he kept doing it. He kept doing it.
You gotta get
Rico, stop. And I kicked the ball, and it just went straight into his finger.
Yeah.
And it just went the other way.
And you almost cost him
Wait.
his surgery.
Was it the
his
ball or you
surgical
kicked
career.
his hand?
His hand.
You kicked his hand because he
Yeah,
went to
I-
slap the
So I
ball.
went to try and get the ball. And
Yeah. And he just
So
goes,
it's a lot
So he
Face-
studied to be a doctor and he's going to be a surgeon. You almost cost him that.
He almost cost him that.
True.
he went, thanks a lot, Mill, and you see the bone out of the finger. We just went, oh. We went straight to fucking hospital, didn't he?
Yeah. His sister had a go. Like, not had a go, but like sent me a stern message.
Can you say a stern message? Who cares? It's fucking been that many years.
No, I can't read it, but it's just
Can you
like,
give us a
Pull your
gist of
fucking
it?
head in.
no, just like, not like, I hope you're happy, but like along those lines of like, you idiots or something like that. I can't remember, but just something. I was like, sorry.
Ricker, like I get it. In that time, he was broken, but he had to know that it was mostly his fault.
I said it 5 to 11 times. Ricker, stop! You're going to get hurt. Ricker, stop! You're going to get hurt.
I love that because when he gets in those idiotic moods that he gets in like that, where he's just a pest, he would have just fucking he would have just been annoying the shit out of you.
And then bang.
Yeah.
Ciao, mate.
Speaking of
Chicken chow
terrible
mater.
injuries, Dan, you mentioned that you watched Dexter. One of the questions we got in was, if you could commit a murder, how would you do it?
That's pretty fucked up. Whoever wrote that.
Well, so that show, I've said this before. I'm very soft and like I look away a lot.
Yeah.
Very soft.
You
I got a weak stomach.
yeah.
And I don't like stabbing. Like I don't like knife stuff, especially to the throat. Throat stuff freaks me
That
out.
freaks me out because you could feel the
Yeah, and I've always had this weird feeling that like something like that's going to happen to me one day. I don't know. It's got these like either strangled or decapitated or something like that. It just freaks me out. But I definitely couldn't stab someone. I've worked like from looking at that show.
You couldn't shank someone.
No, I don't reckon I could even skin an animal.
I think I couldn't. I could only shoot like
yeah,
with a
like
gun.
a coward. Same.
And then if I'm getting rid of the body,
I don't know.
How would you
It's
get rid
such
of
a
it?
weird
Breaking
question.
Bad, you get the plastics, you put them in there, hydrochloric acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way. If your plan is to get away with it,
Do you think you can get away with it now?
no.
It's
The
just
forensic evidence will still pick up stuff in the hydrochloric acid, and they don't have to. So they don't have to find the body to charge you with murder.
But not even that. Not even about finding that. It's just other evidence that look at this Claremont serial killer.
Yeah,
Fucking
He's got a
25 years.
fibre.
25 years home stretch.
Yeah.
Got away with it. Literally got away with
But
murder.
his DNA was on.
The
fingernails of-
and dressing gown, and they matched it with the dressing
Okay.
gown.
Yeah, an old case, separate case.
His DNA was on the fingernails of one of the victims, right?
But he was never in the
But
system.
the DNA at the time, no, he was, but they couldn't test it because it was so microscopic. But they stored it, they kept it, and then obviously science is involved. So where they got to the point where they could, maybe call it extrapolate, and they were able to match it. And so they knew it was him, but then they had to build a case around him, so they were tracking him and all that stuff.
And then that sweet story that how they got followed him to the movies.
Yeah.
And then got his cup out of the bin to get his DNA. That's fucking
Yeah, I used to watch
Did they
Forensic
really
Files. I used to
do
watch
that?
Forensic Files all the time.
That's sick.
so cool.
One of
I
them
love
would,
that shit.
one of the stories was like this guy, they didn't have his DNA evidence on file, and they wanted to, so they just followed him, and he, Sam had ice cream, licked the stick, but the guy knew the cops were following, but he just forgot about that part, put it there, he grabbed it there. As soon as they knew there was a match, then they could go and get him.
Yeah.
And then bring him in and make him do a DNA test. Because you can't, on that alone, like say, oh, we've got this ice cream stick, it's his DNA and it's his there.
Yeah,
You have
right.
to actually show how it is his. Because the ice cream stick, you don't, if you know what I mean, like picking it out of the bin.
How's the balls on the motherfucker to stay in the state?
That's,
What?
yeah.
You tell me, like, okay, if I got away with it, like 5 years, I'd be time to check it. Get the fuck out of here. Go to a country that doesn't have extradition
But
laws.
see, what you got to think as well, he did it in 95, 97, whenever it was. The technology didn't
think-
exist.
Nah, but
and you wouldn't
Yeah,
think.
but they're never going to
but
let that go. It's the Claremont serial killers. It's one of the
right.
biggest stories
Yeah,
that
I
happened
agree
in
with
Perth.
you. Get the
Get
fuck
the
out.
fuck out of
Imagine
here.
Panama or.
Imagine living with that, right?
Yeah, I know. How?
Imagine knowing you were this guy and you had to try and live a normal life,
Which is what he was doing.
right? Like, so pretending to be normal to your wife or wherever his partner, whatever. I think he had kids. I don't know.
Stepdaughter or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and going to work. Yeah. Like being in a social environment. Like normally, like serial killers are like weird. Like they just, you don't want to associate with him. But apparently, this guy, he was coaching at Little Athletics and
He
like.
played footy with a cop who was investigating the case. There's a photo of him.
There's
in a
got
footy
there's
team
got to
with that
be a movie on this guy,
guy. Oh, there will be.
like a proper, well done, excellent movie.
My thing is, like, I just don't get it. Like, you somehow get away with it.
Perth's very small, mate. Get the fuck out.
fuck. I'd be like, ciao. Go live in Panama. Live
Yeah.
out the rest. Because there's no way they probably would have been able to even get him.
No,
Get
they
him
wouldn't
back.
even know it was him. Because,
No.
like you said, they had to get his DNA.
Yeah. You just go. And you never look back.
Fucking crazy, man. Fucking
You never
crazy.
get tempted to come back. You just go.
Oh, shit.
Forget. Learn to habla español.
Yeah.
Mexico or
Me-
something like that.
Mate, there's
Panama.
got to be like
Venezuela.
thousands of people that have done these crimes that have moved to another country.
Millions.
No one knows where they are, like whatever they're doing. Like they probably don't even know it was them that committed a crime.
You know, the other one that really shocked me was the guy who shot the bikie boss. He's from SAS guy. He was a gun for hire. He was a mercenary.
Yeah, it was Melbourne.
and he no. He was based in
Rockingham or Safety
Rockingham,
Bay.
Safety Bay. He had a house in Safety
Secret
Bay.
Harbour or something like that.
Secret Harbour. That's the one.
Waikiki.
Why the fuck would you not get out of the state for a while after that?
That's what I found.
They found him. They found him within a week because they checked all like the mercenaries. I don't
yeah,
know.
but
They're
you know
gonna
what?
lead.
But like the cops, they're pretty switched on now. So they would know, like they would have a list of guys, and you can't get out of the state without recording it. Like you can't just, you could maybe drive
especially
out.
now during.
But like they'd be able to say, even if you left, they can still go get you. I mean, you talk about there's no extradition. There's not that many countries that don't extradite, and if they don't extradite, the Australian government will find a way to do a deal to get that person here. Like, Julian Assange,
Do you
when he
reckon they
was
put that
he
much
stayed
effort
in
into
there.
a bikie killer though?
No.
Yeah, what?
To get just that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to remember, like a lot of the cops are connected.
Yeah, that's true.
They'd want to find out.
I think the thing that fucked him was the fact that he grazed the 5-year-old kid. That's why it was an outrage. And if he had
They
just
have
shot
to
the
do something
bikie,
more for the fact that where it was done, how it
Yeah,
was
public
done.
place and all that. But he was like a real adventure guy, hey, like skydiver and stuff like that. Had
crazy
like a
cunt.
big
From an
Insta-
SAS soldier.
big Instagram account and stuff like
Yeah.
that, posting shit. And he's just
Yeah.
a fucking mercenary.
Imagine being that good at something though, like just 100 meters away.
Well, is he really that good? Because they caught him. If you're that good, you don't get caught.
No,
I'm
he-
sure. I'm sure. There's enough movies and TV shows about him that there are assassins and shit that go around the world killing people, high gun for
No,
hire.
there's definitely is.
Never get fucking
100%
caught.
is.
People don't really get killed here for like. No
We don't
reason.
have them often.
Not like that.
like.
When was the last one that like that was in 91?
In Latin America, you just broad daylight, just walk
Yeah.
up, bang.
Carjackings turn into murders.
Yeah.
How many unsolved murders do you reckon there'd be? There'll be not many,
I
huh?
don't bother. In Perth,
Yeah, wouldn't be many, huh?
Hundreds.
many.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Just don't hear about them all.
No, because like there's a murder. Maybe at that time it's big news, and then it just drifts
Yeah,
off.
but 90% of the time it's a husband, and he ends up
Yeah.
murking himself as well.
That's a fucking great question. How many unsolved murders here in WA?
Maybe
Like
the
active cases that are still open.
Yeah, sure.
Very interesting.
cold case. Maybe you should be a detective, Damon.
I reckon I could be
Yeah.
very observant. I'd be a sweet undercover because no one's going to think I'm a cop.
How
Except
would you go in the interview room though?
good cop, bad cop style.
Questioning the.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. Why?
Because I'm good at reading people and I know how to get to each person differently. I'd make them crack.
Yeah.
I got a mean right hook.
Yeah. I feel like you couldn't pull off the bad cop though. I don't think you'd be the bad cop.
No,
I think you'd try to be reasonable with the guy.
reasonable. There's
Yeah.
the word. Reasonable.
Mm.
Yeah, I reckon I'd be a
I
sweet
could be the
undercover.
bad cop.
You could be a bad cop.
I don't think I could be the
Could you
reasonable
guys
cop.
be a mercenary?
No.
I couldn't kill someone for no reason.
No.
No,
Okay,
but like
again.
if you were like a mercenary that went around killing shit people,
Like Dexter.
like Dexter.
Nah. It's
Recency bias because I've been watching Dexter. Nah, because the way he does it's creepy.
yeah, it's too creepy.
But it's cool. Like, it's a good
He's
show.
more like a serial killer though, Dexter.
He just takes out other murderers.
Yeah, it's fucked.
People that get away with it.
So you couldn't be the Punisher.
Nah. I couldn't use blunt force. Like, I couldn't hit someone with a bat or anything like that.
What's the movie with Denzel?
Equalizer.
That's it.
Yeah, give me a gun. I'll be John Wick.
John Wick.
Yeah, what I'm asking, you don't have to hit him with a bat. I'm saying that could you be like a mercenary?
No way. I couldn't even be I couldn't even do a charity boxing match because I don't want to hit someone. I think I'm going to kill someone.
I just, it's for me. It's like you might make a lot of money in a short time, but you just get found out. You get, I'm not like who the fuck wants to do this for 5 years and then you go to jail for 50.
Yeah, but like you would like let's say you're top of the top,
Say like
you're
a
not killing
007
anyone.
agent. It'd be fucking sweet.
Well, if I'm a secret agent,
So yeah, like that.
different story. Ask me.
If I'm not just if I'm a hitman, no. If I'm
Yeah.
just going around and just
I'm talking creme de la creme.
hitman.
Am I a hitman or a
Mercenary
secret
assassinate.
agent?
See, a secret agent's different. If I'm going to investigate and then just in the line of duty, if there happens to be someone that gets popped, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
You can do it.
But if my sole purpose
Because
is
for the
to
good
go,
of good of whatever your beliefs are,
yeah,
nation,
and
whatever.
that's just that's
Yeah,
just
so your
collateral
hitman's
damage.
different. You're just killing
Yeah,
people.
if my assignment is to kill, no. If my assignment is to
find a
observe and report and
Find the missing
get
nuclear
the intel,
warhead.
yeah, get the intel, yeah, something like that.
Meals on,
I'm
meals
down.
on,
I'm
and he's
down.
down for killing anyone
And if
that's
there's
not
a
going to
few
do that.
henchmen getting my way.
I'm just picturing you drop and rolling, just
Yeah.
like
Army paint on.
Do you reckon your knee would get in the way?
Yeah. Yeah. It gets in the way of everything, man.
He could have been just bung knee for today.
I get blades.
can't avoid it.
Oh,
Speaking of bung knees,
Here we go.
here's
Harry
another one.
Mackay signed a 2-year deal at Carlton.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? It's only 2 years though. So you know what that 2 years does? It takes him to, I think,
Restricted free agent.
agency. So you pretty much got 2 years to get him a good team to stay.
I love what he said today. Oh, I was never in doubt. I was always going to stay here. I really liked the direction. Even though we're not there right now or we're heading in the right direction. Yeah, fuck off.
Right, mate.
Nowhere near it.
Heard it all before.
Yeah.
But get him done.
Get a new coach.
Get Cripps done. Then we get Welsh done.
That's it.
Then you have no more money because you pay people like Sard and Wilson, Williams.
Yeah, and McGovern.
Oh,
That's gotta go.
when can you get that pleb off the books?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
Carlton's got
gonna
a lot. Carlton's
Surely
got
it was
a lot
a-
of
wasn't it
issues, but then all fixable.
Yeah.
And you
Wasn't it a
turn
4 or
around
5 year
quickly.
deal? Surely it's nearly up.
No, he's been there 2 years. That's it. Fuck. This is the third year.
This is a third year.
So
I think one more.
He's got 2 more after. I thought it was 5 years.
Is it 5?
if you signed him on a 5 year deal, that is rope.
Look, he was a young guy. He was a good option at the time. He was playing well. But enough about Carlton.
Yeah. Move on for that.
Damon, you're wearing.
Italia. Italia.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
It was a good game.
You know, it was the first time I said this to Catters.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I've watched an Italy game and not been like stressed and nervous the whole game.
I wasn't sure whether it's because it's been 5 years since we've watched them in a major tournament or not, but I was like, that is one of the best Italy games I've ever seen.
No, it's the one of the more comprehensive performances I've seen. Like I've seen us defend amazingly,
Yeah.
but it's really hard to watch your team when you score early and then you got to sit and watch them defend the whole fucking
Yeah.
game.
And it makes for very
And it's very stressful because all you are is one mistake away from one moment of brilliance from.
one counter attack,
Yeah.
one turnover.
And so we just accepted it because that's how the Italian team plays.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. They come out, they attack, they move the ball, they control the possession. Granted, it gets Turkey, but Turkey's not a bad side. Defensively, they're supposed to be really good. Up top, they won't much chop. Probably have a little bit more issues against Switzerland tomorrow night. But it was good to see. One game, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
but
you are. You're
we're on
way
the
ahead
right
of
track.
yourselves.
Biggest ever score at the Euros.
Yeah, it's the first time we scored 3. Unbelievable.
Couldn't ask for a better start to the tournament, to be honest
Yeah.
with you boys.
And then, my second team, the Scots,
Got done like
they
a
tried
dinner.
hard.
Fucking good game,
Hampton
man.
Park was buzzing, even though it was 12,000. It was buzzing. The crowd was amazing.
What did you say? Sounded like 12.
No, it sounded like 80,000. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
it sounded like 80,000.
Mate, that was loud the whole game.
bro. The whole entire
And-
game.
so it should be.
I told you
Good on
like,
them.
to pay attention to the Flower of Scotland, the national anthem. They belt it out. Like they really
Missed the
do.
start.
I love how invested he's now in Scotland.
I'm wearing a Scottish shirt.
And he's wearing the Scottish shirt.
I got my little tartan warrior at home.
Tart and Warrior, did you say?
Tartan
Oh, right.
warrior.
Okay.
No, but it's good. The Euros, I just love tournament football.
I love. Yeah,
I eat it up.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm never as Italian as what I am is when
During a major tournament.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's
Other
like,
than that, you'd have no idea I was Italian.
but it's remember the 2002 World Cup, Korea, Japan.
yeah.
The times were suitable to our lifestyle. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon, 4, 6. Didn't feel the same.
No, it didn't.
Getting up in the morning, even though it's like, hard work, you're tired after, there's a little bit of atmosphere about it.
I agree.
So, like, staying up late, like, watching the game, getting up, watching the highlights, like...
And Optus have done it well now.
Yeah.
Because now if I don't watch, obviously I'm not going to get up for the 3 games unless it's really good. I will.
you got to be tactical.
Then wake up before you check the scores, watch the 9-minute mini match.
I've been doing that. So, not the 24-minute. I have not checked my phone. Just go straight, put the highlights
there.
on.
Yeah. And you can
Right.
put spoiler blocker on now on Optus Sport.
Yeah, that I've got on.
Spoiler protection, that's good. Good feature.
Yeah.
No, so the Euros, we're just in start. 3 days in, 4 days in, Loz is already sort of over it.
Hannah fucking loves it.
Yeah, she
Hannah
loves
loves
the Scots game. But she got frustrated because she wanted to win. But
Yeah.
Do you think they win a game?
Yes, I think they'll beat Croatia in the last game.
Ooh.
Croatia aren't much chop. Old, past it. Their
Yeah.
performance. England-Croatia was the worst game of the tournament so far.
Who's the guy in the centre mid for England?
Calvin
Phillips.
Phillips.
Where's he from?
Apparently he's a mix. Leeds. Apparently he's the mix of Pirlo, Gattuso, and Kaka.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
You sent that to me, hey?
Yeah.
Sure.
So real.
One
Get ahead of
game.
yourselves.
One game. This is like his
Typical
introduction to
English,
the world.
right? But that was the shittest game.
Yeah. But you got to watch every game. You got to watch every highlight because Netherlands and Ukraine was a cracker.
Yeah.
An absolute
You
cracker.
kind of wish
of a
that
game.
was the early game for
Yeah.
us. So you watched that one,
Yeah.
then woke up, saw that the English-Croatia, watched the mini.
Yeah.
Maybe not get as... But goal of tournament so far,
Oh.
Patrick Schick.
Yes, that was
From halfway.
Minkia.
But it wasn't just a kick in hope.
No.
The guy
Hit it.
legitimately knew the goalkeeper was off the line.
Quick thinking, hey. He looks up.
And he
sees
just,
it.
as soon as it comes into it, he just hits it.
That curl.
But it was the curl, it was R1 on the on PlayStation,
curled in
and just right, like you couldn't have hit it any better.
and then sent the Scottish goalkeeper into a
Seriously,
web.
what was the keeper doing?
So what? Okay, Damon, you've done a little bit of goalkeeping in your life.
See.
Jesus.
Even when the ball
Back up for Tando Valapi.
even in the
Alternate, mate. We used to go.
Alternate for
we used to go
Tando
half each.
Valapi.
in another
We used to go
life,
half each.
Damon would have been playing in Perth Glory.
Fuck
you know.
that. Just remember that. That's great.
Even if the ball's at the other end,
It's too far up.
you don't need to be near the halfway line
Why?
because he legitimately was near the halfway line.
Yeah, right near the semicircle of that half.
You don't but maybe be just in front of your goal box.
There's no need to go further out than
But
your
look,
18 yards.
even if those guys beat them off over the top, you're at the risk. If he gets around you, he's going to score anyway. So just maybe.
I think he just maybe got a bit lost and realised how far out he was. But to be
Daydreaming.
honest, even if he was at the edge of his box, I reckon that still would have gone in.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
That was
It would have
hit
been
very
to
hard
fucking
as
hit.
well.
Look, you know who needs a striker?
Germany.
Spaniards.
Spain.
It's what that team they fielded was pretty weird. Is that because of COVID stuff?
No.
No.
Everyone was available. Even the guy that apparently had COVID.
Busquets.
Scared.
Was he available? I think he was.
He didn't play.
It was a strange team they played.
Yeah.
Look, I said to Russo, a lot of you guys that obviously I don't watch much Spanish division. That's where pretty much all their fucking players are from. So,
Besides Real Madrid.
yeah, none from Real Madrid. But they had a very interesting lineup. Busquets didn't play.
I know Coque.
Coque, Morata up
Morata
front.
missed a sitter.
He missed 2 sitters. Not sitters, but 2 really.
I had a look through their team and I'm going, who else do you start ahead of him?
No, the Spain don't have the strikers. I mean, they talked about this guy.
Got a Dama Traore in the team.
Yeah.
Get him on.
I don't think he fits into
Beautiful
any Spain
chocolate
shirts.
man.
Nah,
He's big boy.
Yeah.
he's a fucking...
Apparently, he doesn't do weights. Yeah, fuck off, mate.
All
Come
right,
on.
mate. And
I don't get it. What?
I don't
Like,
even
what?
know
What?
Rooster.
So you can't tell people that you do weights. I got this. No, you didn't. You're literally ripped, and your muscle is bulging.
Yeah.
You
can
don't
see
do
your
that.
veins.
You don't do that by just doing fucking push-ups, mate.
And you're a soccer player.
Come on, you did weights. It's okay to say you did weights.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
steroids. Relax.
no, but like, do you feel like you'll get out of the group at some? Like, I don't know if you'll be first, second.
I
third,
think the
whatever.
benefit is we're getting home games. Like we play in Seville next game against Poland. So Poland's playing us in Spain.
Poland,
They're going to have no hope.
Very underwhelming.
Lewandowski just needs service and he doesn't get it at the Polish team. But
Nah, not at all.
yeah, I didn't have high hopes for Spain in this tournament, but
But
yeah,
you did for Italy.
Huh?
But you did for Italy.
Italy's got a good squad.
why wouldn't
We
I have
were
high hopes?
$8.50 each at the
Why
start
wouldn't
of
I
the
have
tournament.
high hopes for Italy though?
You don't have high hopes for Spain. I'm just
Look,
saying.
I've watched Spain. They haven't been that the same
That
team.
3 tournament champion team.
Like you're just gonna have a drop off. They've got good players, but I wouldn't look at them and say they're the bet like in the top 5 of the tournament. They could change though. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's
Massive
early, it's
game
one
tonight, Germany and France.
But yeah, I'll get up for that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get to sleep as soon as I get home.
Yep. But speaking of winners,
midnight game.
the Phoenix Suns are in the
Wow.
Western Conference Finals.
Did you get your broom?
Swept them.
What do you reckon of the Joker's
Look,
technical
Ejection.
foul?
I don't think it was an ejection.
Not at all.
Definitely a flagrant 1. So for those at home,
Circumstances and stuff, you can't.
flagrant 1, flagrant 2, you're ejected. Flagrant 1, it's 2 free throws in the ball.
Tech foul, whatever.
No, it's just 2 3 throws in the ball. You get the ball. But swinging arm, hit to the face, I get it. Look, they called it, whatever. Wouldn't have made a difference. We still would have beaten them.
Yeah.
It's all good. But, the Suns, it could be our year. It could be Chris Paul's year.
CP, huh?
I feel it. I feel good about
Who
it.
do you hope for next? Jazz or Clippers?
Don't care. I'd love to play the Clippers. Fucking Paul George, knock him out.
Butts.
But, we'll see. And then, look, the Nets is like, Harden's gone down, Kyrie's gone down.
How long's Kyrie gone for?
Don't know. But he was on crutches in a moo-moo
That
after the
ain't fucking
game.
good.
So
They're in trouble now, not advancing.
It's opening up. Everything's opening up. Every other game's tied at 2-2. Suns are sitting there
You
waiting.
got money on Suns?
Yeah. I got them at 21.
So they're going to
1,000 on.
get Clippers,
100.
Clippers,
Or
or
Jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah.
I love the Jazz. I hope Jazz go. That'd be a great final series.
Yeah, see, I think if I'm saying who would be the better matchup for us, I'd probably say I feel more confident against the Jazz. But, we're playing well. They're playing the best of any team currently in there, in the playoffs.
True.
So, I'd say, fuck it. Bring
feel
on the
like-
Clippers.
Phoenix this year.
Then we could shut that fucking Skip Bayless up.
Yeah, fuck Skip.
Is he LA Clippers?
He's a fucking idiot.
Just a flog. I
He's
reckon
a
if
fucking
you're
idiot.
not, if your team's not in the playoffs at the moment, everyone's behind
Should
the
be the
Suns.
Suns.
I reckon it's everyone's team at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I don't mind Utah either. Utah.
Boring.
who would you rather see win, Utah or Phoenix?
Utah.
Yeah. He's like that.
Fucking.
I like
Mormon.
Donovan Mitchell.
If you're a Mormon,
although Chris Paul, I've always liked.
well, you're going back on your word.
No.
Flog.
Yeah.
Watch your tongue.
I would. We're going to speak to Mark Committee next week.
Yep.
So the
He's-
big beast is
Big
coming
Beast
in.
has been confirmed. He's on next week's show,
Our next guest.
and he's a big basketball fan. Like he's a huge basketball. I think he has nearly every LeBron sneaker that's been brought out.
He's a huge sports fan, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's more basketball.
Is he?
Yeah, like basketball is his number one love.
Over footy?
Yeah, I don't even think so.
Who's his team? You know what? Don't tell me. I'll ask him next
We'll ask
week.
him next week.
I know
But it's going to
We're
be
gonna have
huge.
So many
It's going to be
questions.
huge. We're going
It's gonna be great.
to get our listeners to send some questions in.
yeah, send some questions for the big man.
We want to potentially, get a few questions from the audience, kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll post that out.
We'll post it out, put it through. We're looking forward to getting the Beast, Outback, Silverback on.
Is he still wrestling like local shows?
Only if there's a big one. Like, not really. I don't know. We'll have to ask him, Chop. He's on there next
We
week.
will
Can
next
we
week.
set up a ring and can I wrestle with him?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll do an arm wrestle. See how you go.
No, thank you. All three of us versus him. Do you reckon he beats us?
Yep.
He would, huh?
Yeah.
What, in a wrestling ring? Or
No,
arm
like
wrestle?
arm wrestling.
Yeah, arm wrestle he'd win, and in a wrestling ring he'd win.
He'd win as well.
No
eh?
fucking
Because
shit.
there's no
Or you-
way, like
you're gonna just drop
I
kick
could
him.
jump on his back. You could whatever.
And he just
Chop could
shake.
try and grab his leg. It's not
And
going
he'd
to work.
just shake us off, eh?
Shake.
You'd have to take his knees out. Only way you beat him.
I might try and
Running drop kick to the knee.
I might try and like get him started next week. Just really piss him off. Try and get him to snap. see if he'll fight me.
Yeah, he doesn't
Just for the sake
doesn't have
of
the
content.
longest fuse, I'd say.
You reckon?
Can we not do it in my office?
Yeah, just in your kitchen. Just gonna
So that
throw
kitchen
me.
bench is
Just make sure you film me while he throws me around.
Well, that was fun. But no, but the Beast, Mark the Beast De Silva, Mark Cometti joining us.
Silva
every week.
Well, I like it better.
You just picture some Filipino kid or something like De Silva.
Joining us next week. Stay tuned, guys. We've got more details coming out on the Instagram page. But gents,
Yes.
I just wanted a long pause and give you shit there. So we spoke about the soccer. We spoke about the basketball. UFC was on the weekend. Nate Diaz made his comeback. Nearly stopped the guy in the last minute of the fight. It was fantastic.
Is Nate Diaz your favourite fighter, Chop?
He's close to it. I just love the way he fights. Doesn't give a fuck.
He hasn't
He's
got a great
nut-
record, does he?
Nah, it's a shot. But he's just a big time player, like big time fighter.
Entertaining.
Very hard to stop. Yeah, always entertaining. He's fucking pulling up the finger as he's getting pissing out blood everywhere. Just doesn't give a fuck. It's crazy.
He swims to Alcatraz, Bruce. Him and his brother. They swim from like the bay out to Alcatraz and
How far
back.
is that?
That's not only how far it is, the shark infested waters.
And it's like the currents and stuff like that.
Fucking nutcases, eh?
Yeah, they're just
You know when people are just like a little bit psychotic?
Yep.
Yeah,
just
they're-
Oh,
chase.
those two, Nick and Nate. Yep.
They just chase that little bit extra.
yeah, but just like, you know,
Go to the swimming pool. And
there's something wrong with their brain.
yeah.
They just need
they
to be
just-
challenged.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even a challenge. Go challenge yourself. Go fucking run 20Ks or something
But that
like that.
doesn't
They do-
challenge
they
them
do-
anymore.
they do
That's boring
triathlons.
them. That's why they just triathlon.
Triathlons.
So-
Yeah, what? Yeah, what?
I don't know.
Triathlons.
Yeah, the first one sounded a bit off. We'll find
No,
out.
triathlons.
It's on tape. We can listen back.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'll find out tomorrow.
Got no voice and I'm still copping it.
Nah, so yeah, they but some people just like putting themselves in a position where they might die.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. Adrenaline junkies.
In jumping out of a plane, yeah, that's generally that's pretty safe.
Have you done that?
Yes.
Silver.
Right, but
Bungee
like
jumped
you would
Silver.
backwards.
No.
That's scarier.
Chops a daredevil.
I did mine after an ACL.
That's a daredevil.
You did bungee jumping after an ACL.
Yeah.
Didn't you just snap your
It was like
Doesn't-
4 years later.
doesn't it pull your
No, not
Really?
really. It doesn't. I thought it would pull more, but it's more from your like hips.
Stylebender won. No upset
There's
there.
another ding fighting him.
is that what he
There's an Italian guy fighting Adesanya.
No, it's not.
Vittori.
He fought him.
As I said, he was an Italian guy who fought him.
but he
Oh, I
lost.
thought you said another Italian guy.
lost.
Did you get beaten convincingly?
Yeah, smashed.
Is Adesanya one? Is he the best fighter at the moment?
He's best fighter for his weight class, but he tried to go up to light heavyweight and he lost. Got bashed.
So what's he? What
He's
bantamweight?
middleweight.
Right. So what's Connor?
Lightweight, featherweight, but more lightweight these days.
Okay,
He's 40.
but he's coming. Is Connor the next UFC fight?
Poirier.
Yes, next pay-per-view it is.
Which is in
July, first weekend in July, I'm
and
pretty
that's
sure.
in Dubai. No.
No, it's back in the States now, Vegas. Vegas, America's fully opened up now.
Yeah, no masks as of like tomorrow in California and stuff.
Open the fuckers up.
Do you know why? Because they're all vaccinated.
Well,
Get
they're
your
not
ass into
all.
gear, Australia.
But they're just going fuck it, just do it.
Mate, they have it at the chemist now. You can go into the chemist and just get vaccinated. That's why.
Good.
So I think they've got around, 70, 80% now?
America.
Yeah, something like that. It's very close.
What about here?
I'm getting vaccinated next week.
Do you have to have a day off for it?
I'm just going to the fucking...
Some people say they like put you on your hole for a day,
Week.
or they just say that to get the day off.
Yeah.
When you own your own business, Damon, there's no such thing as a day off.
What's your most cleverest?
I saw this fucking.
What's
guy.
your most clever?
I saw you in fucking Pasadena over a 5 cent with a tiny little scratch in your car in the middle of the day, getting your car looked at.
Yeah.
Talk about no days off.
yeah.
I still went back to work.
Yeah.
What's the most clever excuse you've had to get out of something?
I remember once I didn't actually do it, but I remember I used to work at a scaffolding yard, and I had a massive night. It wasn't a massive night; it was a late night. I went on a date, and I didn't. It was one of the first times I had literally 25 minutes sleep when I got home, and I was driving on the way to work on Alexander Drive, and I had my old Magna wagon, and I seriously contemplated just pulling left and just crashing into a pole. I was honestly, just because I didn't want to go to work. I was so tired. I just did not want to go. And I was driving, I was like, the car's worth this much, like, it should. Like, I was just going to go bang and just crash into it. I was so like, not just thinking
Damn,
about
that's
it.
fucked up.
Not just thinking about it, like, I literally was like, oh, like almost did it.
No, I can feel like I remember like at school, like if I didn't want to do an exam and be like, well, I can't say I'm sick. Maybe if I just break my arm a little bit.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
like,
but you know the worst thing about that is then everyone after that hour has finished the exam and you still fucking got to do it.
No, because back in high school, if you didn't do the exam, they give you your average.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, they for those exams, yeah, not the fucking 1 hours on a Friday, chop. I'm talking about the 3 hour ones, the semester exams. They don't make you do it again.
I had to do mine in the office because I bleached my hair.
Remember
that?
You're like a fuck. That was
What? They
human
wouldn't
bio.
let you in the same room.
No,
Nah.
human bio
Why?
exam. He had to go do it in the
I had
fucking.
to do it in Mr. Henderson's office with a hat on. I had to leave my hat on. And like he kept leaving the
This
room.
is how
and stuff.
dumb schools are.
And he kept leaving the room, and I just kept peeking in my book. Like I got like 76. I was like, I can't get
nailed
perfect, but I got like 76% or something in that exam.
What did you tell your mum when you got 76%?
No,
How good you are?
No, she just expected.
No, because next year he was doing non-TE anyway.
I wasn't allowed to do it because I failed English.
Oof.
Like 49 in English.
You speak it pretty well.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't get. You got these Asian kids who didn't barely speak English from Asia, and they're passing English.
Yeah.
I got a higher mark in Italian than I got in English.
Yeah.
Che cazzo.
I've used some good excuses. I think I've definitely put other people. I've used them more than I've used myself.
Tangled them into your web of
Yeah.
lies.
Yeah.
Definitely done that.
Like, so I would, mum's sick is the standard one.
yeah.
Like, my mum's sick, I look after her. My little brother did one, a really good one. He couldn't go over to his friend's house after school. They called him up. He says, no, I've broken my arm. So then, like, the other parents was concerned about rang my mum up and said, how's Adrian? Oh, yeah, he's good. He's
a bit weird, but he's okay.
yeah, he's a bit weird. But, he's okay.
But we love him.
I heard he broke his arm. It's like, no, he did. He's fine. I'm looking at him straight there. Adrian would have this sense of like always exaggerating something, putting a little spin on it.
Bit of mayo.
He
and
couldn't just
everything.
say, I didn't want to go to his house or I couldn't go. Had to put, broken arm.
Yeah.
Like, take it way too far.
And then get
Bit of
caught out.
mayo.
Yeah.
I remember when we were having a big night one night, like it got really out of hand, and I was supposed to work at the cafe in Vic Park, and it got around to like 5:15, and I was like seeing cross-eyed, like just absolutely gone. And someone who was involved with that cafe was there with me, and anyway, and they were like, "You cannot," like they looked at me, they're like, "Listen to me, you cannot go to work. Like, think of something because you cannot go to work."
Yeah.
And I remember saying that Mason got really badly bashed in Leaderville. I spent the night in hospital with my brother, and that like he was real bad and the critical and stuff like that. Like,
Critical.
Have you ever been caught on a
Yes.
web of lies?
Absolutely.
oof. No, not like a web of like I've told like fib. We all told
Yeah.
fibs before that.
No, but have you, like, trying to get out of something, have you been caught on it?
Nah.
Yeah, it has been caught like telling a little fib like that when you were a kid.
I don't really lie, so I've never been really caught on it.
That's
but
what-
I know one of our friends did. He said he was knocked unconscious in footy, couldn't work that night in security, and then he was on social media, posted a photo at a nightclub that night.
Yeah, no, I've never done anything like that.
Since social media, I think it's
Never done
really
anything
hard
like that to get out
caught.
of work.
Because even now, like if we make an excuse not to go to so and so's house, and I go, Lauren, like we're meant to be out. You can't be liking photos. It comes up on other people's feeds. Stay the fuck away from social media. You got to be really careful how you do it.
Yeah, I've thought about
Definitely
the
these
injuries
days.
before, like when I've been at work. Like I remember at cafes, like you're sitting there cutting something up and you're just looking at your finger, you're like, Just a
You're
tip.
fucked in the head, eh?
Just a tip. Like if I just sliced it.
You're absolutely
stitches.
cooked.
Ask BJ if just slicing it is fun.
Oh yeah.
Did she lose like a bit of her finger?
Well,
I
fuck.
think it was okay.
I fucking Good Friday a couple of years ago. I was cutting something up in the kitchen. I dropped the knife, and my first instinct was just to catch it with my foot, like a fucking idiot. And it stabbed straight into my foot.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fucking...
It's amazing how stupid. Like I've done that. Like if you drop something and then kick it
straight away
like,
foot.
well, that's just silly.
Yeah.
Just
Like
let
if
the
I
glass-
drop a glass...
let the glass drop on the floor.
If I'm trying to, like, I'm going to be able to balance it. And, like, control, flick it back up into my hand.
Oh
Let it drop. We're just athletes, though. That's your first instinct.
Yeah.
yeah. Natural. Like you drop food and then kick it. Like you just made more mess.
That's so fucking funny. I tried to catch a knife with my foot, and it stabbed
and
me.
It was Good Friday, so I was like, there's no doctors open, nothing like that. I was like, I'm not going to go and sit at a hospital like for this. It'll be fine. And it was fucking deep and
Yeah.
like, definitely needed stitches. And then,
So did you butterfly clip it?
sure, I just taped it. And then for a while afterwards, I couldn't like move my big toe.
Oh, you hit the
and
nerve.
I was like, fuck, maybe I should have gone to the doctor that time. And like, it kept lingering, and I was like, and I finally went. He's like, yeah.
So
you
was
can
it
come-
weird when you walked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real weird. And Hannah was like, you're just over exaggerating. I'm like,
Baby, it's gone brown. It's gone brown.
I hate going to the doctors. Like, unless I really
too.
have to, I won't go.
I've meant to do a follow up to check my cholesterol and I still haven't gone back.
Yeah, you're still alive, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
You got the
I'm gonna
rosy
do it at
cheeks.
some point.
Yeah, if your cheeks get redder, I'll tell you. Your head will get redder too.
If you got high cholesterol,
Isn't that a thing?
I don't know.
Yes.
You see, you hear all these myths.
I used to work with a guy, Murray. He sucked. Shout out Murray if you're listening. You suck. In the video shop in Dino Plaza, and he was the fattest fuck. And he used to get, like, he used to have just the red, like rosy cholesterol cheeks. I remember he'd give me money to go and get his lunch for him from the little bakery, and he'd get like a
Always
meat
a-
pie
yeah.
and like 7 spring rolls. He'd like, grab his meat pie and get the rest in spring rolls, and like whatever the change was, just get that in spring rolls. And then she was like, and he'd sit there, crack open a can of Diet Coke and wash it down.
Oh, yeah. Diet Coke.
Send me to
Make
Mac.
himself feel better.
Yeah, but I remember like, get us the rest in spring rolls.
Here's $20 plus $3.50. The rest I want in spring rolls.
Did you steal a spring roll or what?
No, I don't remember. I remember once though, he was leaving and I was vacuuming as he was leaving, and I tracked his. Oh yeah, I did get caught out in a lie before, and I was tracking his car, watching him drive off. And as soon as he got out of sight, I stopped vacuuming. About 2 minutes later, the phone rang, and I picked up the phone. I was like, "Video easy done." Luke speaking, the guy I was working with, and he goes, "This isn't Luke. This is Damon." I was like, "Yeah, you're right." He's like, "Why'd you stop vacuuming?" I was like, because the phone rang. He's like, "No, I didn't. I watched you watching me track the car as I left, and as soon as I got out of sight, you stopped vacuuming." I was like,
Fucking what a
I was like, "Yep, you're right." So yes, I have been caught in a small lie, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck Murray. He had really red cheeks. That was why I told that story. And
That's
that's
so funny.
that.
And that's that.
Good night.
And that's this. It's the end of the episode. Thank you, guys.
Forza Italia.
You've been listening to Any Give and Take. Follow the boys on Instagram and Twitter at Any Give and Take.
There's a dart in your neck. Wait, pull what out? The dart.